No fun.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Add like better time, like
Do better.
instead of 100, 200, 300.
Okay, so if you wanted like intermediate times, you could do that. If you double click here, you could do I forgot how to do that. Setup maybe. There's a button that says show minor grid lines.
Can you do like, can you ask like what increments they want?
You can do minimum
Not
and
the grid.
maximum.
And it, but it increments it itself, right?
Why can't you just press the button and then you can program window where
Oh, like
you're
Like Google Sheets.
like it's like Volanda.
Like I should work
it has,
for
like,
Google.
Volanda format, and then you just click it, and then it makes
Good
it.
call. So you can click on this button that says minor ticks, and it'll give those. You can also do minor grid lines. I think that clutters up the graph and makes it look trashy, but if you like that, you got it.
You're letting us put something we like on the graph?
No way.
I have a question.
Okay, you can also set the colors and all that. So I'm almost at the end of the Volanda nitpicks for this graph. What other thing could we change to make it a little bit more readable? Lisa.
Honestly, I think there's something wrong with me because it looks good to me.
It looks pretty. I mean, we're almost there. This is my last
Make
nitpick.
it
We did
readable.
the y-axis one, so you would also want to do the
X.
Z?
Okay, so here, if there wasn't this space up here, I would probably want a little bit more room there. And so you could adjust your x-axis to go. You all right, buddy? You could set your x-axis to go to like 500, so it's a little bit more consistent. You get that last data point. That is probably the extent of Volanda nitpicks. So, things that you should watch out for. Number one, good side. Number two. Are you writing these down?
No, you said it one target.
Yeah, because it's 0. It starts at 0. Nothing interesting is happening on the graph. I don't care.
Okay, that's just.
Yeah, 0 is like a good starting point.
Really annoying that.
Number two, make these meaningful and a good size. Three, horizontal axis, meaningful, good size. 4, these guys, good size, reasonable values. Okay, I want room here, and I want room here. If it reaches the top of your graph is wrong. That's it. Number 5, I want the little dots. Why? Because we are in chemistry. Each of these data points was you suffering, and you want that suffering demonstrated on your graph. Remember, you were sitting there, one group was counting out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to 30, and then you shouted, take the data, and then one group was like, woo, and then one group was like,
We're just efficient.
yeah, the hot plate group, they're just sitting there, they're like, data, and then Bobby just looks over, she's like, and then she continues sipping her coffee, and then like someone writes in the data, and then they're like,
It's called efficiency.
data, and then she leans over, she's like, ooh, I like that.
It's
12.2 degrees Celsius, and then
No, we just had advantages.
she had an advantage. And they're watching the next Food Network star.
We did have advantages. He gave us
Yeah, and
advantages.
now you don't have the advantage. Because
We had
nose group
advantages.
gets the advantage next time.
And
I thought so. Who was in the front? No, you guys had it last time, huh?
No, they had it last.
They had it. You guys finished almost twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you have it next time. That's good.
Yes.
Alright, so you can be the ones making fun of everyone.
I don't want to be perfect.
Okay, so put the dots. Very important. If it doesn't already do it for you, make sure there's a line connecting them. So that was 4, 5, 6, x-axis, and are those my only nitpicks? Oh, make sure there's room here. part of 6. I think that's it. So now let's talk about, I'm not there yet, Bobby, sorry. You can't check your stocks yet. What's up?
Should we add like the melting point of the ice and the boiling point of the water?
Nope. It's right there and right there.
Literally get it boiled.
Okay, last thing. Your data is not going to look like this. I mean, that's great, and I wish you all had data that looked perfectly like this, but you guys were like removing the heat and doing all of the things. So, first of all, I'm going to have you add a notes column.
Hey.
And after you do this, guys in the back, I know that your notes are incredible, but let's focus. So suppose you have something like that. Is that legit?
Oh, no.
Oh, that looks so fun.
Is that an okay data point? Or are those two an okay data point? Which one do you get rid of? This one seems to be right, and then it looks like you removed the heat from it. Okay? So, do we get to say, I'm throwing away that data?
Right.
You shouldn't. But if you want to get an accurate curve that shows how water behaves as you add heat over time and capture, oh, I lost my right side too. That's a problem. You probably want to remove at least one or two of these points. Okay, so what would you do to remove it? What I would say is after you get your initial graph that looks gross, what you can do is go to the very bottom. There's a little arrow next to sheet 1. So we can call this raw data, and you can make a copy. So click down here, click the arrow, and then click duplicate. It will make you a copy. On the copy, you can remove, now you can't change the times, but on your raw data, you can say, well, these 3 points are not good, removed heat from beaker. And if you remove the heat from the beaker, then those data points really aren't good, right? These two. So you want to correct that for your graph. You've already shown your raw data. It's still there. You're not hiding anything. But you're going to go in on your new one and say, nope, not happening. What you'll need to do is move everything up. So I would recommend, nah. Yeah, that's going to be annoying. Yeah, you're going to have to fix the times. That's gross. Did you mock me, Ryan?
Oh, Brad?
No,
I'm just tired.
Yeah, 8.5 hours spending with you, pick up a thing or two.
Okay, so you're going to have to fix your data-ish. Can you change the time? Honestly, you probably should, because that looks disgusting. So if you want to get a better graph, you would remove those y values. You've already explained that you're going to remove them because it's in your documentation from earlier. And now you get a better graph. So what I want from you guys, and your assignment is due tomorrow, is to make these graphs from your data. It should take you about 10 seconds to make the graph, and then it'll take you a little bit more time to explain what happened at those times where things went terribly, terribly wrong. There is an assignment in the classroom. On your marks, get it set. Go. You have no throwaway data? Oh, yours is perfect.
Well, not perfect, but the heat never decreased.
Yeah, so just make another tab and just do the same thing. No issues.
Okay, so bye.
You have 10 minutes. Get to it. What's up? Oh, hey. you your copy again? Press the little arrow, you click duplicate.
Alright.